Hello.
Hi.
I want to know what precipitated your involvement in making Loot, which I really enjoyed.
Oh, you saw it?
Oh yeah. In fact, I had watched it a couple hours on demand before you Twittered it and told people to watch it.
Oh, cool.
You know, how did you get involved with that? Because it was a really interesting story.
Loot is a documentary that I was an associate producer on, and I got involved because my best friend from junior high school is the director, and it was his first movie, and he had a lot of moments of struggling and needing me to say, no, it's going to work out. It's all going to work out. Just keep editing, and so I helped a lot I helped in the editing process, and I help with moral support. Yeah, I like to think that I helped him sort of survive. It's kind of an awful process because there's no money. It takes years, and with a story like this story, which I'm not going to get into too much, but basically you couldn't tell whether you had a movie or not until it was all edited together, because it didn't really look like one for a long time.
Yes, when it was all done, it did.
And when it was all done, it finally did, but it was kind of a miracle that it all came together, because there were versions of it that were like, I fell asleep. Is that good? I don't know. You know, maybe that's what you want. Anyway, yeah.
And I had one other question for
Okay.
something I think you mentioned in Vancouver about the Muppets. I want to know who your favorite Muppet was.
The critic guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering if you thought that Castiel was going to lose any more of his powers besides healing.
I thought you were talking about virginity. Which I consider a power. Being cut off from heaven, he's losing some of his mojo. He's a little bit weaker. The next week's episode, you're going to see that it takes a lot out of him to do things like time travel, which used to be a breeze. Which is kind of a bummer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
I have 2 questions for you.
Sorry, only one question.
First, I was wondering if you had to come up with a theme song for your minion army, how would it go? And could you sing it for us?
It should be like a collaborative songwriting process, don't you think? With everybody involved, like we each pick a word and then know. I think it would be great. I think it would be a really catchy tune. I think that our marching song should be something that is a collaborative effort, because the whole thing is so dictatorial. It's nice to throw a bone, you know, and make it look like a collective effort. So, yeah.
Okay. And also, in the episode where Castiel became human, what happened to Jimmy? Where did he go?
Where did he go at the end?
Well, if Castiel's human now, then where's Jimmy?
That'll really bake your noodle, won't it? Yeah. Well, we actually have addressed this topic at previous conventions, and a woman asked a very similar question, and she decided that Jimmy was still in Castiel, which then I agreed to be the official story. So he's still in there somewhere, screaming to get out.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd like to know why you decided to become an actor, and if you were an actor, what would be your second choice for an occupation?
If I were an actor? What made you think you could be an actor? And hypothetically, if you were one. If I seem insecure from this point forward, you'll know why. I was kind of started acting on a lark, just to test it out, see how it go, and it just kept going. It snowballed, I think. But I've been a ham and like to play around with dialects and characters and stuff for a long time. So I just parlayed. I had no other skill sets, and I worked with what I had. It's basically a story of desperation more than anything. And if I couldn't be an actor, not a yoga instructor. But see, it's funny, that kind of like, being a spokesperson for yogurt comes along with, like getting a little bit of celebrity. I don't think you can be a spokesperson, like a layman spokesperson. Or maybe you could. What's that? Oh yeah, innovative. Yeah, I think I probably would have gone into like architecture or something like that, which is kind of boring. So I'm sorry for having a boring answer to that question.
效果挺清晰的。
Thank you.
Thank you.
上面看的话。
Hi.
How do you feel about standing front of the No, I'm kidding. Actually, I was wondering. Oh, did you want to answer? Okay. I was wondering in the What If 5-Year After episode, when you went into, we saw a completely different take on Castiel. As an actor, what were you thinking when you went into that? And also, how much of it was improv? I'm really curious.
There was a tiny bit more improv than usual in that, but it was pretty much as scripted. Yeah. Like with the orgy stuff and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did have a very extemporaneous quality, but that was scripted. That was fun. It was fun to do. Because we did the I don't know. I kind of insisted on it just because I'm very method about a lot of stuff. So, yeah. The older woman was a real firecracker. So, that was great character development work for me. And there really are two Jensens, which I didn't know until that episode. They switch episode to episode. So you'll notice one of them's a little bit better than the other, and you'll notice every other episode is a little stronger. That's why.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you think that Castiel will find God, and as an actor, do you want him to?
I do. I think he will. I have faith in him. I haven't heard that he will, but I think he will. I mean, I have to believe that. If I don't, then I would have to believe something else, which would require thinking about a second option. I'm very busy. I don't have time for that. So yes, I think and hope he will.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, I just wanted to know if you enjoyed your time at the convention in Australia and if you'd come back for another convention.
I hated it. And it was more the people, I have to say, than the place.
What?
All the negative stereotypes that you hear about Australia are true. And
That's not very nice.
I just want to be honest with you.
Well, we're very nice people, thank you. What are you going to say to that?
Yeah, I am actually going back.
Okay.
You know?
Sorry?
So you know that I'm going back?
No,
It's not a rhetorical question.
No.
I am going back, in spite of the people.
You say you don't like Australians. What
Yes.
don't you like about Australians then? Come on, you put it out there. What don't you like?
I can't, first of all, I cannot keep up with them drinking.
Fair enough. Good point.
I was pretty hungover the whole time I was there. Great aquarium, though. I gotta say, that was awesome. So the fish are great. And the other thing that kind of pissed me off, I'll be honest, did not see a kangaroo anywhere. I thought the roads were going to be littered with kangaroo road kids. And then not even, I didn't see scat even. So, it's a myth. The whole country's built